What's up, world? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast. And this video is going to be aimed towards Laker Nation as we see the Lakers are hit with the biggest crow. The biggest egg is sitting on the Lakers franchise right now. I mean, everybody in the front office, from Rob Pelinka, the Ramesses, Kurt Ramesses, Jeanie Buss, all the way down to LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Maybe not Anthony Davis, because we don't know if Anthony Davis was all the way in on the Dan Hurley hire as much as LeBron James, Jeanie Buss, and Rob Pelinka. But I want to make this video, man, because what you guys see is Jeanie Buss standing between two generational talents, but also a good Lakers organization on the left and a not so good organization on the right. And what I mean by that is, when I just think about the Lakers, we can go all the way back to Magic Johnson, right? Kareem. Okay, that was nice. But let's go to a more previous version that I feel like most of the people listening will be able to understand. When the Lakers seem to be on top to me, beyond the whole Magic experience, was with Kobe Bean Bryant. And it's because he was Laker everything. He cared about the players. He was hard on the players. He loved his fans. He loved his fans. That goes without saying. We see this guy pop his own finger in place, keep going through the pain, adversity, through the beef with him and Shaq. Everything was basketball oriented with Kobe Bean Bryant. And yes, he was selfish at times, but for the organization, he was good and he meant good. It just seemed like Kobe Bean Bryant was just better for the organization. You didn't really hear too much about the head coaching situation being a problem, because we do know that Phil Jackson was a coach that was already proven, and Kobe wanted to be coached hard. Now we look at the Lakers organization from then, and we look at it now. We see that nobody wants to deal with LeBron James and his diva ways. And I don't know, maybe it's because LeBron James didn't get the chance to go through, college and be, coached. Kobe came straight out of high school, so I can't even use that excuse. You know what I'm saying? Because Kobe just seems like he wanted a coach that was going to be, tough on him and also, good for the team. And when I look at LeBron James, man, I just feel like, one, you shouldn't have went right behind Kobe Bean Bryant to the Los Angeles Lakers. I do, and I've always felt this. I've always felt that if LeBron James would have went to the Clippers, it just would have been better. It just would have been better. You can, in fact, take Kawhi Leonard from the Clippers and place him into the Lakers organization, and I feel like he would be more welcomed simply because he's a California native. He just has like that LA vibe, and I think that the fan base would like him. Maybe they wouldn't because of his injuries and stuff like that. But I just think that LeBron James would have fit a smaller market better. I get it, his name. Or even if he went to New York, maybe that would have looked better. But every time I see LeBron James in a Laker uniform, I've never been a Laker fan. It just doesn't look like the Cleveland LeBron or the Miami LeBron. It's just, he can try his hardest to be a Laker, but I just feel like I feel like he was never really thoroughly welcomed as a Laker. And we saw Kobe Bean Bryant step in and try to calm that noise down, but you can't help how the fans feel. You can't help what really tugs at their hearts. And you heard Paul Pierce say it, man, the Los Angeles Lakers are like a gang. Like, they really think that they're a gang. And you see players current and of old come out and speak on LeBron James, his diva ways, and him getting everything he wanted in the organization and leaving it in shambles when he leaves. We saw LeBron James pushing for the Dan Hurley hire. I'm quite sure he laid those eggs and laid everything down, did the groundwork so that Jeanie Buss and Rob Pelinka could come in and finish the job. But Dan Hurley declined. And people are saying it's about money. I don't think that it was about money. I think that it was just about the fit and the timing and the superstar LeBron James. And I keep telling you guys, when LeBron James did what he did, when he showed up Darvin Ham on that stage, white or black, either way it go, a coach is a coach. And they're going to look at that and say, why do I want a hot seat job? Why do I want a job where if I do anything wrong, I'm out the door. There is no room for error. There's no room for trial and error at that. And I get it. Maybe they were looking at this 6-year contract, $70 million, as a long-term hire. Maybe like you could prove yourself as a coach, and maybe at the end of 6 years, we could increase that. But if I'm Dan Hurley, man, I just like what I got going on. And I totally respect him, because most men would have wanted to be under that spotlight, be a part of the Lakers for the brand. I get it. But we live in a different time now. You know what I'm saying? And if you're happy where you are, then there's no harm in that. Everybody was so sure that they were going to be able to solidify this hiring of Dan Hurley. But no coach wants to touch this job because of LeBron James. He feels like he knows more, and it's become to the point where he's not coachable. In fact, I don't think that LeBron James was ever coachable. I just think that LeBron James, he was basically forced to be coached in Miami. Let's be honest there. And Ty Lue, he had the respect of Ty Lue. Any other coach, I just don't remember or recall, him having like the discipline or the mindset to be scolded, to take order, none of that. And you see it reflect with the teammates on the court. This whole season, I was watching the body language of the players playing with LeBron James. You see players who could have easily come back, Vincent, Christian Woods, Vanderbilt. I mean, you can name it. I mean, I just think that if they had a leader like Kobe, they would have fought through it. Because Kobe, yes, he was a hard ass, but it was something about his leadership and his will that just made you want to play harder for him. Whereas LeBron James is more passive aggressive. It's just like, damn, at least Kobe kept it real with us. At least Kobe told us if we sucked. At least Kobe didn't use the media to throw us under the bus. And if he did talk to the media about us, he didn't bite his words. As a man, it's hard for me to follow somebody who is that type of leader, like LeBron James, is passive aggressive, physically looks like, a giant, but I don't know if he has the heart and mentality of it. I mean, there is a certain thing as a gentle giant, I get it, but I just feel like it's a reason why these young cats don't fear LeBron James the way that they fear the Michael Jordan and the Kobe and the Shaquille O'Neal. The list goes on. It's a reason why they don't fear this guy, because they look at him and they look at him like a crybaby. I'm sorry, guys. It is what it is. I just got to tell you guys what I've been witnessing for the past few years. And I think that LeBron James has rubbed so many people the wrong way with his political views. He often speaks about things that he doesn't really thoroughly have the information on. He comes out. And to me, man, this is just me. I feel like the player of the league should be a little more buttoned up. When I looked at Michael Jordan, I looked at Kobe Bean Bryant. I felt like they took a joy and pride of, being professional in another way. And I'm not saying that LeBron James isn't professional. I think that he's an outstanding professional athlete. But when I think of the face of the league, I just look at like the crispness of the crispiness, if that's a word, the crisp effect, aura that Kobe, Bean Bryant, and Michael Jordan, the way they toted themselves. I mean, you see LeBron James, he's in do-rags. I think he got like some type of diamond or something on his teeth. And then I'm like super tatted up, which I have nothing against tattoos. I don't. I just feel like the whole do-rag image, that type of stuff, you could turn that off at times. But that's just me. I've always felt that way, even, years ago, as a middle school, high school kid. I just kind of felt like I wasn't always sure of LeBron James. But that has nothing to do, for the most part, with the way that LeBron James is handling the Lakers and how the Lakers have been handling this whole LeBron James situation. And I just think that the whole Laker Nation is suffering because Jeanie Buss, look at her. She looks confused in this picture. She looks very confused in this picture. And I don't know. I don't know like how they can write this, especially since Dan Hurley turned them down, man, in front of the whole world. And you guys watched my video yesterday. Hopefully you guys did. If not, I'll put the link in the description. Make sure you guys check that video out. But man, like Dan Hurley, he turned them down, man, in fashion. He's going back to Connecticut. You know, he's going to try to do the three-peat, and he seems like a joyful, happy guy. And I just don't think that if you're trying to, you know, promote yourself into a different level of coaching, you know, that being the NBA, man, nobody wants to walk into this Laker organization to deal with the BS that goes on behind closed doors. And you damn sure don't want a player like Anthony Davis when the game isn't going away for him to blame you and scapegoat you. I mean, I think that this guy's family was involved. I think that based off from the reports, he reached out to multiple individuals that are in the NBA, ex-NBA, work within the NBA. And I just feel like they walked away from this advising him, you know, to go back to college because this whole Lakers franchise is a joke. And that's crazy because I just never thought I'd see a day where this organization would look like this. Maybe before my time, you know, it did. I don't recall. I just feel like it's a reality TV show. And that's what happens when you get the LeBron James effect. And then on top of that, you got to force this guy. You probably wasn't going to let him get his own staff. And how does he feel about Bronny James being on the Lakers? Because this is a guy who has coached college talent committed to the UConn program. He has an eye for what's right and what's wrong. And if I'm him, I'm not trying to step in a situation where I have no control. And on top of that, no matter how good the money is, it's just not worth your mental to be in the news, your family being, you know, scared to go in public because of the evil and ugly things that they're saying about a head coach. And mind you guys, this fan base is rampant, just like the Boston Celtics, the New York Knicks, all of the prehistoric franchises that are in the NBA. So I don't blame Dan. Dan Hurley, you know, for retracting and declining on this contract, because if you look at this picture here, you will not see this often in the Los Angeles Lakers, especially with LeBron James controlling the helm right now. It is what it is, man. So now the Lakers have, like, where does this put them? They ran off Darvin Ham because they listened to their players, and they should have seen the blueprint. I keep telling you guys, they should have seen the blueprint with the Miami Heat, the Cleveland Cavaliers, both of the runs LeBron James was there. This guy is a diva. He's passive aggressive. He's going to pout. He's going to be a spoiled kid. You don't see LeBron James acting like Kobe Bean Bryant or Michael Jeffrey Jordan, where they get in your face, where they angry, where they telling you how they feel, and it's just like that Mamba mentality. LeBron James does not possess that. And, you know, it's just crazy to me how Jeanie Buss let this organization get into the state it's in now. You know what I'm saying? You think about her firing her own blood brother, and I'm wondering, like, damn, would he have done a better job than you? You know what I'm saying? Because Lakers are known to give their superstars their way, where there can be change in a workplace. You can implement new rules, new standards within your own franchise. You don't always have to do things the way that they were done because times change. And I think that's where Jeanie Buss is now. She's influxed, as this seems like this whole Laker franchise is spiraling out of control. And I don't even know if they'll still be able to get JJ Redick, because I'm quite sure he doesn't want to be any part of this now. It's to the point where if I'm him, I'm probably turned off. Like, you know what? I don't even really want this anymore. You know, I thought I was ready. I'll try my chances, you know, another time or whenever another opportunity is presented. So you guys tell me what y'all think on this, man. As Laker Nation, man, it's not looking good. You know, I'm hoping that you guys can get this thing figured out. But in all honesty, man, I don't even like really watching Lakers basketball, because until they get somebody that can fill the shoes of Kobe Bean Bryant properly, or have a type of player that's, you know, is going to galvanize the fan base and be a leader the way, you know, that we're used to seeing from that franchise, then it's just not interesting. So you guys tell me what y'all think on this. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys next time. Peace.